Welcome to Turning Pages together with Aditi. It's day 5th of Bhagavad Gita as it is, and today's portion very beautifully explained what the concept of Mukti means according to Bhagavad Gita. I'll start by asking a question. What if the problem is not with what we are doing, but why are we doing it? Every day we work, we chase goals, we build careers, fight battles that nobody else can see, and yet so many people feel empty. Why? The Bhagavad Gita gives an answer for that. It says, our actions are not the problem, but our consciousness is. There is a reason why millions of people connected with the book The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. So basically the story began with the man who had everything society admires, fame, luxury, success and a red Ferrari. But one day, in middle of a courtroom, he collapses because of stress and exhaustion. And that moment changes his life because for the first time, he realized something very important. He had mastered achievement but never mastered himself. And that is exactly the crisis which Bhagavad Gita speaks about. A life which is full of activity but disconnected from the pure consciousness. The Bhagavad Gita explains something profound. It does not ask us to stop living, not to stop working or abandon responsibilities. Instead, it teaches us to purify our actions. The purified actions are called bhakti. Now, the fascinating part is externally, a person in bhakti may look completely ordinary. They go to work, cook food, raise children, study, run businesses, but internally, their consciousness is different. Their actions are no longer driven only by ego, greed, or endless comparison. Their actions becomes connected to something higher, and according to the Gita, that connections becomes or brings happiness, rather real happiness. This is exactly why Bhagavad Gita was spoken. Arjun collapsed emotionally on the battlefield, not because he was weak, but because he was confused. He identified completely with the body, with relationships, fear, temporary emotions, and Krishna reminds him that he was more than those temporary mental chaos. Gita calls it liberation or mukti. Mukti does not simply mean escaping the world, it means freedom from the contaminated consciousness, freedom from jealousy, fear, ego, endless craving. It means awakening to the pure consciousness. How powerful it will be if a person is free from contaminated consciousness. At the end of Gita, Krishna asks Arjun a very important question. Are you now in purified consciousness? Think he did not ask, did you become more richer? Did your problems disappear? But rather, has your consciousness changed? Because purified consciousness means acting in harmony with the will of the divine. And maybe that is what our modern life is missing. Not more stimulation, not more achievements, but inner purification. Because when consciousness becomes pure, even ordinary life becomes sacred. Bhagavad Gita does not ask to escape the world, it asks us to transform the way we live in it, and perhaps that transformation begins within.